semester to give us an update on the.
I'll come back whenever you need me to.
And you come back in January and give us an update.
I'm sure. That's, we'll make it a standing thing if you want to.
Mr. Curry, do you have something?
Yeah, you say HVAC system, do you have the equipment and the classroom space now for it?
I think we have the classroom space for it. The equipment, I mean, I don't think they got rid of a lot of that stuff.
I've got some equipment back in welding, you can have that.
I'm sure they'd had it at one time.
Yeah, we've got some brand new stuff back here, but, you know, it's not likely that, I mean, they might occasionally leave one, but you're welcome to it.
I don't know if Mr. McDonald, our electric, I know he's a master electrician, but I don't know what the qualifications are for HVAC. I don't know if he is capable of teaching that and electrical technologies. Well, I don't know if it would require hiring another teacher. I just don't know. I think we got the space for it. Sure.
And these 12 pilot programs, where will they be at?
They didn't tell us that. They just told us that there's going to be 12 out there. I can find out.
Huh?
I can find out.
Well, I just wondered if Lincoln County would be one.
We could be. I mean, if we had enough interest to do it.
Ms. Wilson, do you have anything?
No.
Ms. Smith, did you have anything that you wanted to ask?
Yes, I wanted to ask Mr. Christian if he, in his foreseeable future, if he thinks there's any possibility that we can get these vocational classes at least a start into the middle school. I know right now the space is going to be a problem, especially at Hart and West Ham. Well, West Hamlin wouldn't qualify anyway. But at least get these kids introduced to it.
Did you hear a question?
My initial thought is, and I've discussed it with our staff, is to go out and recruit at the middle schools, to take our show on the road, so to speak, and introduce our kids to what we offer in the CTE program at Lincoln County High School. I know Ms. Butler has gone to a couple of schools and talked about VOAG, but there's some things out there, there's some virtual welders and some equipment like that you can take out and let the kids try those out. We don't have them yet, but there's just, I agree, I think if you perk their interest at a younger age, it will help our numbers out when they get up there.
Right.
Would your, I guess what Carol's question was really the personnel and the facilities at the middle school, those would be the major drawback for
Correct,
coaches.
yes.
I think that's what Carol was saying. She
Yes.
realized that there wasn't a whole lot of space or equipment for those things, so those would be needed in addition to what personnel, right?
I think there's some things you could probably possibly do that would, again, the exploratory stuff, just, it may not be as much hands-on, but it would be, certainly be, you know, introduce them to it somehow.
At least they get an interest before coming
Right.
to high school. Right. Anything else, Ms. Smith?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Just one thing, how do you all go about seeing what the students' interests are? Is, you know, you try to, you've got 11 different areas here. Do you survey students at the middle level? How do you know what?
When they're sophomores, when they were sophomores, we had as he talked about, a group of classes we actually sent kids through for every 6 weeks. Maybe you were in the skills class, so you spent a couple weeks in the auto tech room, where you just kind of got an idea what that was like. And then 2 weeks later, you went to the welding room and kind of got an idea what that felt like. So as sophomores, they're going through that. All of our sophomores go through that whole section of classes and then make that determination as a junior. We would like to do that even earlier, but you have to have 2 years in to be a completer, and the way the 25 Ken runs now, it's tough to get those 9th and 10th graders in those CTE classes and get all their classes they need to graduate.
Very good.
I think one advantage we do have over a lot of centers, the CTE centers, is that we are a comprehensive high school. We're right there Man, that saves a lot of time and, you know, the busing back and forth, that's just a lot of time wasted. I think we're ahead of the game there, so that's a plus for us.
Certainly agree with you there. Ms. Lucas, did you have anything you wanted to ask Mr. Christian, or you want to ask him during the school day?
I don't have any questions, but I do have a comment. On number 12, well, but you've taken it
Okay,
down,
that
that's
one.
okay. The simulated workplace, I know Dr. Kathy D'Antoni, one of the state assistant superintendents, spoke, and I'm thinking maybe she spoke about this at one of the meetings, having the industry, the private industry, and that's huge, for them to be able to come into the school and evaluate the programs, because they have so much, I want to say, input, or they want to have a lot more input, because we're sending students out into the workforce and they're not ready for it, such as not showing up for work, not understanding what it takes to stay employed. They might get the job, but what do they have to do to keep that job? And having the industry to come in and review and talk to the students and say, yes, this program is worthy and what you're doing. I'm interested in knowing where those 12 pilot programs are myself, because I think sometimes we shy away from being one of the pilot programs, but sometimes it's been very beneficial. It just helps, it would help us review or look at our programs, in a way maybe that we wouldn't normally look at it. We would see it through their eyes and know what we would need to do to make that program better, and make it to where our students that are going through that program successful, that they could be employed immediately. That's important, because all of the students are not going to be going to college for a 4-year degree. We have to have people that are skilled, and we have to look at and make our CTE programs the best. Dr. Ferris did talk with me in regard to the fact that we have a comprehensive school, to where maybe we could look at our CTE, one of our CTE programs, and couple it with our math. So, it's there, it's ready. So I would not be surprised if he doesn't, contact Mr. Snyder and talk with you all about that.